everyone. Welcome to our Q&A. I am so happy to have you guys here today. I hope you are having fun on our virtual film festival. Just to give you a heads up, if you missed any portion of that film block or like a film didn't play properly, you can actually watch all of the films in the on-demand building if you have a day pass or if you have a all access pass. The thing is, if you would like to purchase a day pass or you would like to purchase an all access pass, there is a 50% off code. It's SVIFF 2020. So yes, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and bring each filmmaker up to the stage to say hello to the audience, and they are going to introduce themselves and tell us what film they had in this particular film block. So first, I'm going to call up Raffaello. Raffaello, come on up to the stage. And I'm also going to bring up to the stage Andrea Tosi, who is his composer.
Ciao.
So Andrea, I'm going to invite you up to the stage as well.
Andrea.
Raffaello, how do I pronounce your name? Am I pronouncing it? How do I pronounce it?
Yeah, good. Raffaello.
Okay.
Great.
Great.
Good.
Oh my gosh. So for our audience, I actually met Raffaello and Andrea. I met them in Silicon Valley. They were at my very first festival, the very first festival that we had in 2016.
Yeah,
and
2016, yeah.
They flew all the way from Italy to come to my festival, and it was amazing.
Great experience.
So Raffaello, you've seen it's so crazy because we've changed so much since then, since the very first season, and now, especially now with it being like virtual. What do you think of everything? Tell us a little bit about your films and yourself, and where you're located.
The movies were first of all, Christina, I would like to present the main actress of the two films I shot. It's Francesca. She's
good morning.
She's Francesca. By the way, she became also my wife.
That's awesome.
Yes.
And yeah, after 2016, we married. And
congratulations!
Thank you. Thanks. And we shot both movies, Fragments and Lemon Tree, in Italy. The first one, Fragments, we shot it in south of Italy, the Salento, which is a very beautiful area where usually in summer it's a lot of tourists from all over the world because it has a nice sea, nice places, everything. We shot it there, and it was a great experience, and I really enjoyed it, and it was excellent. And meanwhile, we participated at the Silicon Film Festival and many others, thanks to the movie, and so I'm very happy about the result.
So I am curious, how did you and Francesca meet?
We met the first time through
a very strange history.
Through a phone call.
Where did you meet?
A phone call.
How did that happen?
Because I was making a play at that time, and I posted on internet that I was looking for actresses, and she called me, and that's at that time she was already busy.
11 years ago.
11 years ago this happened.
Congratulations! Wow.
And so this the story is really particular. Yeah, it's really incredible. I received this call, and from there we started a professional relation. We did a lot of works together, and then we
fell in love.
We got in love, and we married.
How did that happen? Because I met all of my ex-boyfriends and my husband. I met them online. And a lot of the reason why I met them online is because in real life, when you meet people in real life, it's so hard, you know, it's so difficult because let's say there's somebody that you really connect with, you know, like how do you move that relationship out of the friend zone, you know, or like if it's a professional relationship, like how do you move it to something more romantic without messing up the professional relationship? So please share your experiences. I'm so curious to hear about that.
During when I work, I'm so concentrated that I just think of work, and but when we talked on the phone, actually I had just finished the work. And so I told her. She was very disappointed because I finished the play, and so I told her, okay, let's meet, have a coffee, and because in the next future I have other projects to develop.
Yeah.
And so I went with my mind completely free, and she did the same. And that was different, you know. If I met her during a work, during I was directing a movie, I don't know what would have happened, because it's true what you said. I mean, it's very hard to maintain the professional from the private, and so it's. But this is what happened. So it's.
Wait, so you went for coffee, and then what happened?
And I went to. She started talking for hours. I was just there, and she started talking, and nothing. I asked her if she wanted to come to the cinema with me the next Tuesday, and she said yes, and this is the story.
So it was like a date. Like did you ask her?
Yeah.
So Francesca, were you like, oh, this guy is asking that on a date? Like, what was going through your head during this time?
Cioè, mi ha detto che se... Cioè,
no, che cosa avevi in testa quando ti ho chiesto l'appuntamento?
Oh, it's thirsty, yes. You can try.
Wow! So you're like, sure, why not?
Try, yes.
And then after the date, like it went well. So then what happened?
And
well, we went to live together for years, and then she, because I was not, you know, for me it was like it was like being married already. Nothing changed, but she wanted to be married, so we did. So we did.
Yes, because I have a child from the first marriage, my first marriage. And there is here is George. Hi, George, come here. He's the baby.
Good morning.
Hello. You remember Fragments. He's the baby in a car.
Oh
in a car.
God, he's so good now.
Grow up
anymore. That's amazing. Wait, so George, are you involved in the film in any way, or like in film, or you know, is that something that you're interested in?
Yeah, I like a lot of films. And in the last film that we shot it.
Lemon Tree.
Yeah, Lemon Tree. We shot it in the lockdown.
Yeah.
So I helped them shot it because we couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't have.
It was all closed. All closed.
Because what happened, Christina, is that a Swiss production company, the Goodfellas, asked us to make a short about the lockdown, because at that time in Italy was a hard lockdown.
Oh yes, I remember that.
So I first said no, because I didn't have any equipment at home.
Yep. And you put out of home only with dogs. So we have 2 dogs.
Yeah. So we took them 10 times per day, every day. And,
to shot the scenes.
But first I said no, because I didn't have any equipment. At last I said it's an opportunity, and we shot it with a phone without any equipment, actually.
That's incredible.
And, Yeah, the only a very nice experience, and I need to say thanks to Andrea Tosi, which helped us in the post-production and with the music as usual. He did a great job. And so that's our team. The team of Lemon Tree is us. And also who did the color correction. And
Leo Barbato.
and we were really, it was a great experience anyway.
Yeah.
During the lockdown.
I'm so glad you did that, because I mean, I think that, you know, I've had some conversations with different filmmakers, you know, just where, you know, sometimes you're hit with a challenge, you know, you're hit with something, you know, that's, you know, it's like, it doesn't go as according to plan, you know, and it's so easy to just give up and be like, oh, you know, like, you know, maybe we shouldn't do it then. But then it's like, I love that you guys pushed forward and you guys made it. And the result was so great. And because you made that film, that's why you guys are here and we're having
exactly.
And you get to meet our filmmakers, you know, and our filmmakers get to meet you, and we get to hear about the next projects that you're working on, you know. And I know I've heard about the projects that you're working on, but I know there may be some people in the audience who didn't hear about the projects that you're working on next. But before we talk about your next projects, Andrea, he's the composer. He was the musical talent behind both Fragments and Lemon Tree. And Andrea, you know, as you can see his studio, he writes all of his own music, and he actually wrote some music, you know, for my documentary. I wrote a documentary called Yes, Regrets. And you know, he did such a beautiful job, and so thank you. I'm so glad that you get to join us, Andrea. Raffaello, tell us about your next projects.
My next project, it's I have a few. I talked with at the Speed Networking. I talked about the Secret Design, which is a movie I would love to make soon. And I have another project, which is also I'm finishing to write the script, which is Last Dinner, and it's
the same couple of Fragments, me and Federico Scribani.
Oh, that's great!
Yeah, they're gonna be the main characters. And I'm finishing the script, and it's the story of this known chef inside the restaurant, but something strange is going to happen, and makes this story into a psychological thriller as well. So but this time with plates, with glasses, with people eating, and something really strange and interesting will happen. So hopefully I'm going to work not only with Francesca and Federico Scribani again, but also with Maestro Tosi for the music. And
of course.
So by the way, Last Dinner, but Christina, we were talking before, you remember?
Yep.
Yeah,
I was actually expressing interest in wanting to work with Raffaello, because I do think he's so talented.
Thank you.
And the thing is with these filmmakers, I have so much respect for filmmakers who continue to create and keep creating, because then I feel like those filmmakers who keep creating, you know that their projects are going to go somewhere. You know that, you know, they're talking about these projects, and you know that it's not just going to be a project that, you know, like they talk about it. Oh my God, like 2.5-year-old, you guys. So
so cute.
So cute.
So this is. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's been a challenge. My husband is the unsung hero. My husband and my mother are the unsung heroes in all of this. They are kind of watching the kids and stuff while I run this festival. You know, thankfully it's online, so I don't have to travel too far or anything like I normally do. But yeah, it's just, I love investing in filmmakers that continue to create, because I know that it's a good investment, because you will see a project. It's not like one of those filmmakers where you donate money and then you don't know where your money went. You don't know where, you don't know where they are in the project or if it's ever going to get made,
Yeah.
So that's something that I really like about Raffaello. It's like you create something and you say you're going to do it and then you do it,
Yeah, sure. It's always a great opportunity.
Yes. And I think it's so great too, that you have Francesca. So you guys can always make something and
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
have George. You have like your crew that can help out. So
Yeah,
and you're
in the house.
your composer. So
In the house.
I feel like, there's nothing really stopping you.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. And I have to tell you that your festival is great because it gives you this opportunity, but not all the festival do. So it's meeting people, talking about projects, meeting with other fantastic filmmakers.
Yes, congratulations.
It's
Thank you so much.
we had also even if this time is virtual, it's still a great experience. Great experience. I really enjoyed it.
Yes. And you know what? That's what I definitely wanted to do. It's like I wanted to, of course, this doesn't take the place of in-person film festivals, but I love this virtual aspect because it's virtual, you guys are able to join in. You guys are all the way in Italy. If this wasn't the likelihood of you being able to attend our festival, especially now, I mean, it just wouldn't happen. You guys wouldn't have.
No, with the travel, no, it's not possible.
Yeah, and the thing I love about this platform is that you feel like you're actually going to an event. You feel like it's an event. It's not just a video call and that's it. It's like we're in buildings and it's like you can interact with people like this, and there are tables where you can go and talk with people and move tables, and there's a building where you can go see the films and you can see the pitches, and
yacht.
Yeah. Yes, and there's a yacht, exactly, that you can go network with people at,
It's cool, very cool, very cool.
Yeah, no, and it's like just a little bit. This is totally our Filmocracy team. They the CEO, like one of the founders. There's a founder and a co-founder. There's two of them. Phil is the one where every time you send a little chat, he's the one that responds. He's been phenomenal at helping to direct people and answer questions. So if you ever have any questions, if you just do the little chat box, he's the one who's helping everybody out. But Paul, one of the founders, he reached out to me. He sent a message on LinkedIn back in, I think, like the summertime. It had to have been like June or July. And he was like, oh, with everything that's going on, I don't know if you guys are going to go, like if you're going to have a virtual festival or what you guys are going to do. But we have started this platform. We created this platform and I want to give you a demo. And so I said, sure. And so he gave me this demo and I was just so impressed with everything. I was like, wow, this really feels like an event, and so I started, thinking about my speed networking because that's something that we always do, every year. And, I was like working with him on how we could make the speed networking work. And I feel like it worked really well. I was very
absolutely. Excellent experience. Beautiful.
Right. And so, it's like it kind of made me think, man, I think I want to do this every year, have this, virtual component, just so that we can bring in the filmmakers who maybe can't attend in person, but it still gives them that opportunity to be able to connect with people, that are here in person.
Yeah.
It looks like we have a question. Oh, yes, Andrea. Andrea said, beautiful festival. Congratulations. Thank you, Andrea. But, I had a question for you guys. So I know that you shot on the iPhone, which is very, very impressive, for the Lemon Tree. What were some challenges that you guys faced while filming on the iPhone for this particular project? And George, you can pipe in too, since you were helping with the filming.
Yeah. The worst thing was to stabilize the camera because it was very shaky. Yep. And we just borrow from a neighbor a stick, a selfie stick, and we
We used it. Yeah,
we
yeah.
used it. Yeah. So
Selfie stick.
yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
If you don't have the equipment, you need to to adapt and find solutions.
Yes.
We also asked to our neighbors and other neighbors which have children the charcoal, to write the chalk, to make the chalk. So we had help from a lot of people, and therefore we succeeded in finishing the lemon tree. By the way, I wanted to tell you, but the end, when Francesca at the end says everything will go fine, everything will go fine, and then she goes up and she gets the coronavirus.
Yep.
It's because I don't know if in the US you know this, but when the coronavirus went bad in Italy in March, our Prime Minister, Antonio Conte, every time on TV, we had hundreds and hundreds of dead people every day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was terrible. And our Prime Minister kept saying, don't worry, everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. And so we make the movie, and when she says everything will be fine, it's also a little bit ironic toward our government, but it's said both things in that situation, and that's that's the ending. That's the ending.
Yeah, no, I think that's the great thing about film. It's like you are able to give a voice. You're able to say, you're able to express what you're feeling, through like film and through the stories. And that's what I love. I love that we're able to do so without, worrying for our lives. We're able to say express our opinion, express, how we're feeling, that's why I love art and I love film,
I agree. I agree.
But it looks like and Andrea said you were having, with the problems. Yep. I know that sometimes the challenge sometimes with the online, like the virtual environment, is that depending on the connection, it goes in and out and stuff, right? Did you guys have that problem when you guys were like speed networking, or, what was your connection like?
My connection went good. Was good. We didn't have particular problems, and
good.
The people were very constructive, absolutely friendly. Friendly, absolutely great experience, I have to tell you.
Good.
I am problem with my camera. Turn off. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hi,
I think it does that with I think it does that sometimes with like the connections, and like depends on the connection, that's the thing. It's amazing that we're all like talking from like around the world, but there are little challenges that we're going to be facing. But I guess I wanted to ask you guys, Francesca, are you still doing acting? I mean, you are doing acting, but it's like, are you doing other like acting projects as well? In addition to the films, like what are you doing these days?
No, because I am translating because hai altri progetti oltre a
in
questi?
acting, in movie?
Sì, in recitazione.
No, not in movie, but in theater.
Oh, in the theater.
Yes.
Stage plays. Yeah.
Also like a director with spettacolo.
So
with the shows on Mozart, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Yep.
And I read the letters of Mozart.
Yep.
And there is a man who plays piano.
Yep.
a pianist.
A pianist.
Yeah.
A pianist. And this is my project. It's 2 years that I play this project in different theater in Italy. But now it's impossible. But now it's impossible because theater in Italy are closed.
Yep.
All closed.
Yep.
So
We need to wait. We need to wait.
Well,
Yeah,
it's fun. I mean, now, I think now is the time when, because Lemon Tree was so successful, like surprisingly, it's like because it was so successful and you were able to do it with, like so little, equipment, just using your iPhone and selfie sticks. It's like I hope it inspires you guys to keep creating,
Absolutely.
little like more short films, and the thing is, like, what are some of the stories that you guys are interested in telling? And Francesca, this is the benefit of being married to a filmmaker, right? It's like, yes, you're an actor, but because you're married to a filmmaker, you have this opportunity also to yourself become like a filmmaker, a writer. You could do all those different hats, right? So what are some stories that and it's like you're an actor, so it's like you can just act in it yourself. That's one of the challenges that you guys don't have to worry about because you are an actor. So I think that you guys are such a powerhouse couple. It's like you guys have ideas and then you guys can just make it right away, right? And so the thing is, like, Francesca, what are some stories that that you want to tell in the future? And it doesn't even have to be a feature length. It could just be a short, like you guys did with the Lemon Tree.
True.
Yes, but Lemon Tree, we write Lemon Tree. We wrote Lemon Tree together, and also Last Dinner we wrote together, and perhaps we'll write something else.
Yes.
So, altre storie che ti interessano? Altre storie
Di cosa?
del genere da raccontare?
No, now I am thinking about an history of my uncle. I have a particular uncle that is Joe Staiano. Joe Staiano. You can find it on internet, on Google. And there is a very strange and particular person. And I'd like to write a book about her.
Oh.
Because he's born like man, then he became woman.
Oh.
And then he became
One again?
Nan.
Wow. Yeah, no, that is so interesting. And it's not,
No, but
it's
Dini che era prima stata in Italia.
No.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
the first, but
She was one of the first
in the period when
transgender.
yes, was the first transgender in Italy,
Yeah.
and the first man when she was man.
Yeah.
That said, I'm gay.
Yep.
And I want to change.
And I want to change. I want to change the world. I want to change the thought about homosexuality because it's normal.
Uh-huh.
And she lives in normal way her sexuality. So it's very interesting history, and
So this is
I
your
like.
uncle.
Yeah.
Is your uncle still alive or did he pass away?
No. She's died.
Oh, okay, got it. So she passed away. So this would be like a narrative story, a story that you would, write and cast and you'd be able to tell.
Che ha detto?
Sì, che tu è una storia che tu puoi raccontare e puoi anche tramandarla.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
And you know what? This is why this festival is so good, because like with our festival, I encourage, everybody who attends to talk about their projects with other filmmakers, because who knows what other filmmakers connect with that story, Maybe they have a similar situation and they can relate to it. And the thing is, if you pair up and you combine your resources together, I feel like, it's just going to end up, you're going to have help in making your project, right? And so, that's why it's like I can set the stage by, getting that out of you, having you guys starting to talk about it. But once you guys start talking about it, and if there are people in our audience who connect with that story, it's like they can reach out to you and say, hey, I heard you talking about this. And this is kind of the idea behind the pitches too. It's like the reason why I have the pitches on demand, on our website, along with the contact information, is I don't know who's going to come across those pitches, but if they come across it and they connect with that, I want them to be able to connect with you, and find, a way. And so, Raffaello, I think like for your pitches that you pitched at the film festival, if you send me something like maybe some information on how people can get in touch with you, I'll go ahead and I'll put that information up on our website.
Okay, thank you. I'll prepare a video. Yeah, absolutely.
Prepare a video. Go ahead and send me just the titles. I know the titles. I know you're working.
I prepare the video with the music of Andrea under.
Yes. And the thing is, like, yes, that's great, Andrea. No, but the thing is, it's just, I feel like, again, it's important to, have the space and know how you can connect with people, right? Because otherwise it's just a cool festival and that's it, It's like,
yeah, absolutely. Your festival is unique.
But then I want it to be more. I want it not just to be that. I want it to be, yes, it's a great festival, but I also want people to be able to connect and work on things together and do stuff, like have there be actions that are taken afterwards, right?
Excellent.
That to me is success if that happens.
I think you reached your aim. I think you reached your aim.
Absolutely.
So Andrea, would you like to share, share with us just how you got into composing, because the music in the films are absolutely beautiful. And for those who have not heard Andrea's work, again, go over to our on-demand building and watch fragments and The Lemon Tree. Andrea composed for both of those short films. But Andrea, how did you get into composing? When did you start? Can you give us a little bit of information into, your world?
La domanda è stata lunga, eh? Raffa?
Ok. No, vuole sapere come sei entrato in questo mondo e vuole avere delle informazioni sulla tua composizione su frammenti.
Su frammenti. Frammenti, mo sono passati 5 anni, Raffa?
Vabbè, racconta un po'.
Su 5 anni, Fragments. E dunque, Fragments, aspetta, Whiting. Pensavo
se vuoi parlare di
Lemon Tree perché era pronto.
Yeah.
Perché Lemon Tree is
yes. He's gonna talk about Lemon Tree.
Yes.
Momento.
Like, how do you write the music for Lemon Tree?
Andrea, tu parla in italiano e io glielo traduco in inglese.
Vai.
He's gonna talk in Italian, I'll translate to you in English.
Perfect.
Facciamo prima.
Sì.
Il momento è stato difficile per tutti, credo, a livello mondiale.
The moment has been tough for everybody since the lockdown.
E trovarsi a poter comunque esprimere qualcosa in un momento di chiusura totale è stato molto, come si dice, balsamico, è stato un pieno di sollievo.
Yeah, and the fact to be able during this lockdown to express your creativity has been really good, something that really helped us.
Perché ha compensato il fatto di non poter più comunicare con nessuno.
But compensated the fact that you could not communicate with anybody else.
Sono venuti a mancare proprio i rapporti umani, un semplice darsi la mano o un abbraccio.
The human, contacts like a hug has disappeared.
Per cui quando incontri delle persone che si spostano per non passarti vicino, si acutizza una situazione di solitudine.
Therefore, when you see people that change street when we see you, or they just go far, I mean, it's something but really. No, in Italy it's common. You walk and you see another one walking near, and you see Batman goes another way, you go another way, and this, Christina, is something that we suffer because we Italian are we love the contact. We love to hug, kiss, how are you, the hand on the shoulders. You know, it's our culture, and we cannot do it anymore. And it's not easy. I have to tell you, it's not easy.
E poi no, è venuto a mancare tutto quello che è proprio il lavoro, i teatri chiusi, cinema chiusi, per cui tutto quello che noi facevamo nel lavoro è venuto a mancare.
And everything on theater and cinema has been missed because of the closure of the cinemas.
Per cui quando Raffaello ha avuto quest'idea, l'ho colta al volo, come il limone che prende Francesca prima di morire.
So when I called him and told him about Lemon Tree, he also took the opportunity, like at the same way like Francesca takes the lemon before she dies. I mean, he took Andrea also took the same opportunity.
That's awesome.
Frammenti è stato diverso. Frammenti era la seconda volta che ci vedevamo con Raffaello, e la cosa forte è che ci siamo conosciuti grazie a Francesca in un'edicola.
Fragments was different because we worked together just after 2 times we met, and and the strange thing is how we met, because I was taking a coffee with Francesca in a mall, and we were walking, and there was this newspaper shop, and Francesca heard this man, which was Andrea, talking with a newspaper salesman about Rugantino, the theater, a theater show. So she stopped to ask information to Andrea, and that's how she met Andrea, and that's how I met Andrea as well, and we still go on working from that day. So it's really strange also this. We just met on a newspaper shop.
E quello è stato l'inizio di una bella amicizia, prima che una bella collaborazione.
Before it has been the start of a great friendship.
Digli che prima della lavorazione. Cioè,
before we are friends, and after we work together, but before we are friends. And we really go along fantastically well. I know we get out also with his family. He has Christina, but she wrote with me a script, by the way, and she's a story editor, a great story editor. And Sofia is a friend of my son Giorgio. So it's really we became connected.
Ma Cristina lo sa che abbiamo vinto la sceneggiatura? Avete vinto il premio della sceneggiatura a Los Angeles?
We for the secret design that I presented tonight at the Speed Networking, I told them that in 2019 we had the great honor to receive an award at the prestigious Hollywood Screenplay Contest for best screenplay. So we really are very happy about it, and that's the script that I promoted tonight at the Speed Networking.
That's great. Oh my gosh. So did you meet Andrea the same day that you met Francesca for coffee?
No.
Okay, that would have been crazy.
6 months, 1 year. No, that would have been.
That would have been like, whoa. That's like a special day.
We need to make a movie. We need to make a movie about it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that movies like about fate and you know, like these, you know, meetings like happening and how important this one meeting is. You know, I just think that a lot of people like that because I mean, you know, I feel like that's something that everybody around the world, like as a human being, you know, it's like that stuff that we can relate to, and I think finding those stories that can relate to all human beings are the successful stories, right? The stories that everybody can relate to and remember. Yeah. So You know what? I have a question. So if anybody in the audience has any questions, feel free to type them in the Q&A box. And I will go ahead and I will bring you up on stage. If you have a question for Raffaello, for Andrea, for Francesca, for George, you know, please go ahead and type in your questions. And if not, you know, then I'm just going to ask a couple more questions and then we're going to wrap up. But I guess, what is it like in Italy right now? I mean, obviously behind you, I mean, it's dark, but I mean, what's the environment like? You know, I know that we're nearing Christmas, we're getting near Christmas time, and we're almost at the end of the year. What's the mood like over there?
The mood is of people, but they want to go back to live. I mean, to normality. You have to consider that we are still in a semi-lockdown because from 10 p.m. until 5 a.m., nobody can go outside home. Nobody can go to the streets. So the restaurants must close at 6 p.m. Nobody can go to the restaurants, and so the city gets, you know, deserted, and everybody goes home, but unhappy. And but eventually, this will end soon, I hope. For me, March will be the end, and eventually we can go back and to our normal life. I hope so.
E anche lì che dalle 10 in poi non si può uscire, bisogna stare chiusi a casa.
Sì, ho detto. Sì, ho detto.
And we probably won't celebrate Christmas as we are
with our big family. Yeah.
Oh.
But
you guys have a big family?
Yeah. We put light in our garden.
I know, I saw it. It's so pretty.
The Christmas spirit, it's alive.
Yes, that's great.
Yeah.
In fact, Lemon Tree, because we were in lockdown, is all shot in our house. By the way, I mean,
It's our house.
It's our house. It's our, you know, and we shot
One location.
Huh?
One location. It's
one
perfect.
location. Exactly, one location.
Yeah.
Yes. Entertaining.
Yeah, no, it's like that's the thing. It's like I feel like as we're going through life, it's natural for horrible things to happen, like unexpected horrible things to happen. And I feel that the people who come out, it's like there are two types of people, right? There are people who are very negative and they only look at the negative, right? And then there are people who try to stay positive, and you know, it's like they are still going through the negative, but they pick out that positive, right? And they focus on the positive. And the thing is, I think that, you know, the fact that you guys were able to create a film during this time, you know, you took this very negative time and you created something, you made something. I think that that's such a beautiful thing.
Sure.
Something, you know, I want to encourage everybody else to do too.
I have to say that Francesca is a super positive person. She always.
It's an opportunity for us.
Yes.
To think about.
Yes. And, you know, even, you know, it's like, even like little things, like, I just think it's so wonderful, like the way that you met Raffaello, you know, it's like he was casting for his theater and, you know, you just picked up the phone and you made the phone call to him. And obviously, you know, he connected with you because he invited you out for coffee and, you know, it's like you said yes, you know, so it's just, I just feel like that's the thing with opportunities. You have to kind of put yourself out there. You put yourself out there and you pick up and you call him, you know, for the opportunity. And then the fact that you said yes to him inviting you out for coffee, it's like, look at what that led to, you know, all because you said yes and you took that initiative.
Yes.
So
I think that we must take the train.
Yeah.
Take the train. Always.
Take the train. Yes.
Raffaello,
You never know.
If you don't like, you can leave.
You can
leave.
You can get down. You can
You can get down.
But you have to take it.
But you have to take it. Yes.
Yes. So we actually do have a question from the audience from Amber.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
going to go ahead and bring Amber up to the stage.
Very nice.
Oh.
Welcome, Amber.
Ciao. Ciao.
Do you think that some of the constraints of shooting on an iPhone or limited locations might have pushed you in directions that you haven't gone otherwise? Kind of maybe being more constrained actually opens you up a little bit? Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I think, Amber, yes. I think it has been a great lesson, and that when you have obstacles, you must try to to overcome them, to find solutions. And first of all, I really had a lot of fun in shooting Lemon Tree with a phone. And from my experience from a production company where I worked many years ago, when we had a lot of budget, but we had two situations: or we had a lot of budget or less budget. When we had a lot of budget, at the same time, we just like if we slept a little bit and we had less ideas. When we had a small budget, you had to compensate with your creativity, your ideas, your talent, as much as you can. So I think that when you don't have the equipment and you shoot, for example, with a phone, you know that you have to have a good story. The acting has to be good. We gave the best in everything we could, also to to make a good product, even though we didn't have budget or the equipment at that time.
So you did not feel constrained, even though you were shooting on an iPhone, you had limited locations. Do you think that it was good in a way?
In a way, yes. In a way, yes. Of course, if I have to choose, I would choose to shoot with more equipment and more freedom. But still, I think that at this moment you have to take the opportunity and do your best with what you have. And sometimes magic happens, and you can make great things out of it.
So I have a question, a follow-up question to that. So because you were shooting on an iPhone and you were just at one location, were there moments when you were like, oh man, I want to do this, but I can't do it because I'm limited? When you had those moments, what did you do?
Well, we actually shot a lot of times certain scenes because we were not satisfied from a technical point of view.
Yeah.
We shot a lot because of that. We were not really happy. But Andrea wants to speak.
Digli che abbiamo usato 2 telefoni, non uno, perché uno l'abbiamo usato per l'audio.
Yeah, Andrea is remembering me, but actually we didn't shot with one phone, but with 2, because with that one we recorded the audio.
One is in my
shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we don't have a microphone. Yeah.
So we did the audio with another phone, actually.
Yeah. Better quality audio. Yeah.
And if you see, let me see, on a certain point, there's the phone rings and Francesca answers. So we had 3 phone, one for shooting, one for the audio, and one to make the call to Francesca, and the phone of Francesca to answer. It was
a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot, but it was fun, and at the end we had a lot.
Come si dice, dovevamo metterlo nei titoli di coda?
Yeah, no, Francesca wanted to put it on the tie, but I said no, there's no need of putting on the titles.
L'inventiva italiana, digli. L'inventiva italiana.
This is, Andrea tells something really interesting. It's like after the war in the 45, we had in Italy a great time of cinema called neorealismo, because it was very realistic, because the directors used real people to act, use real people to make cinematography and other roles. This is, like Andrea said, the Italian inventive. When you don't have much, you try to invent with what you have and give your best with. And this happened also with Italian cinema. We are very good at this. Also, when we don't have a huge budget, we try to work and make great stories. So that's
also Fragments.
Yeah, same with Fragments.
Yeah.
How was Fragments shot? Was it limited?
No, Fragments was what we had. We had a budget. We had our cinematographer with equipment. We had a makeup artist. We had everything. Production designer, costume design. We had everything. And what I loved is that in that project, all these people was a young group of people. They were the average age was 22, 25.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they were very motivated, and the first time that I worked with them, and it was a fantastic experience. I really enjoyed it. Professional, really.
We stayed together 1 week.
Yeah, because we went
together.
All together. You see, Fragments, the villa. But actually, that's the villa of the family of Francesca.
Our second house.
So, yeah, in the south of Italy, one of the most beautiful places that you have in the south of Italy. And so we moved the whole crew and actors in that villa, in that place, in that house. And we shot there with calm, but we shot really in a proper way, very well. And we are very satisfied of the result.
Oh my goodness! So that's a great story in terms of Fragments, because I didn't know that, Francesca, that was your family's villa. It's your family's villa.
Yeah, we go there on summer because it's on the south, and it takes from Rome, where we live, 7 hours of car. So we don't go much there. But in summer we enjoyed it, and we go there, and yeah,
all the family, my sister, my brother, my mother.
Yeah.
The dogs.
Friends, also friends. If you want to come, you are welcome.
You're welcome to see me.
Yeah.
South of Italy, a good place.
Yeah.
Next summer.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that sounds wonderful. That sounds so great. But gosh, thank you so much. I think we are at time, and thank you so much for spending your evening with us. What time is it over there in Italy?
It's midnight. No, 11:30 p.m.
Oh my goodness, it's 11:30.
Yeah.
That's good. That's great.
Thank you so much for staying,
No,
talking
thank
with
you.
us. We did record this session, so I'll get the recording out to you guys. Especially when I send out the wrap-up emails. But it was so wonderful seeing you guys again, and I'm so glad that you guys were able to do the speed networking. And I look forward to working with you guys in the future and seeing some more great work from you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you again, Christina, for a great opportunity. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're very welcome.
Ciao.
Thank you. Ciao. All the best. Ciao.
Bye.